I am to report the female prostitute that was cutting up her pimps all day just bailed out when I was allowed to go into my extra room. I am not allowed to make one move without my timers. And when I went in there, you could hear her. She likes to be heard, seen, filmed, talked about in front of special forces. Boom, boom, her cars. I could hear her in her yard, just to give the world an example. And this is great. I'm allowed to even talk about this. When I was in there, dude. And get this, I could hear her doing that spectacle that she does every time, dude. Over a blasting TV. We'll get to the TV next. So this female 1507 sex worker leaves every time on target, okay? Every time that there is combat. And her, what do you call them, drug cartel, and oh yeah, like the other ones, Proud Boys, these types, domestic terrorists. Some of them are foreign terrorists. Some of them are actually really dangerous, but they die, dude, because they're coming in and they're engaged in armed conflict with special ops. Every time, and I hear it. I hear the combat, and then I hear her go right out. Every time. I'm not making this up. I look forward to the day I can talk to actual reporters so you can get specified deposition detail of what I'm talking about, because when I say every time, your crazed hooker in this domestic terrorist cell of ISIS, it's like when she leaves that yard, know that they got laid out in here. Know it. She just bailed. And while I was in there, about a minute before, within that 60-second range, before, because remember, I go off timers. I'm in there, right, okay? As they're all running around. 60-second range, as she's ripping it up in the yard, driving off. A terrorist is over my head, turning the TV up, turning the TV up, turning the TV up. So I heard this spectacle through all that. And I'm not allowed to talk about who's over my head chopping up bodies, shooting crystal meth, and who knows what else they're fucking doing over my head. I'm not allowed to talk about it, but they're blasting the TV.